It's week 1 of the National Football League.
And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni.
It's the Pats and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olson. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams, and off we go on EA Sports. Marcus Jones now to return, and he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots have a rookie quarterback. It is Drake May. Tom Brady era, it is May, who is now the guy in Foxborough. Greg, the third pick in this past year's draft.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through.
Big hole left side, and he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, New England. You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You can tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
The PAT, up and good. And the Pats have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. So, 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Gesicki, the man in motion. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the man side from Washington, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Throwing is May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Off the play fake, here's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They motion the slot man left. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
On 1st down, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Good work there to get this back close to a 1st down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Jelani Tavai there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They go play action for Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5. Now Brown. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Here's Brown. And he's going to be marked down up at the 12-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, it's Brown. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's May. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
3rd and long. To throw now, May. Will try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, what a throw, slinging it across his body and complete. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
That's complete to all the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Nice catch here by the young rookie tight end, Eric All. Looking back to college, Mike, it's really been the injuries. It's been a torn ACL, back surgery in 22. because as far as the skill sets involved to play tight end in the NFL, he can really do it all. He is a well-rounded, true inline wide tight end. If he can show the Bengals that he's healthy and he can remain on the field, I think there's a lot of things he can do to play impact on this Bengals offense going forward his rookie season. If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills and
To the goal line and in. Ace. Touchdown, Bengals.
you know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is May. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Here's May again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw again is May. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got
in trouble, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Nice play there by T. Higgins, and when you think, Mike, back to 2023, he's only able to play 12 games, still had just under 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. The hope in Cincinnati is when this guy is healthy, they have themselves a bona fide superstar at the wide receiver position. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. May going to look to throw. Downfield, he's got Bourne. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, New England. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To the left side, caught by Chase.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Play action now. It's Burrow. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivov. And he will score. Andre Yosivov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Kendrick Bourne back on the field. So this next drive about to get going, we remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up Week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. A first down throw for Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. To throw is Burrow. That's into the hands of Josivas. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Burrow. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really...
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome to the Madden family for you and Greg. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw is Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within 1 possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. There's that man again, another catch.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. May to the air once more. He's going to run it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run here with Gibson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot, put them out wide, of course out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Good blocking, and he's in. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On first down, Burrow. To the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. Second down, Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First and 10. Up the middle they go. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They bring Chase in motion. Now, Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Nice grab there by Jamar Chase, and that's the other half of this 1-2 punch. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Jamar Chase came into the league a few years back as a top 5 pick. Perennial 1,000-yard receiver, and when he's healthy, he can elevate this entire offense.
Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a run. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Second and goal. Burrow. under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Here's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Stevenson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And another nice run here by Ramondre Stevenson. He's gotten off to a fast start, and I think coming into the season, there was some uncertainty about this Patriots offense, both at the quarterback position and just pretty much everywhere. But he has done a nice job being a reliable runner for this Patriots offense, especially early this season.
May to throw on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. From out of the gun, here's May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's May again. That is caught by the tight end, Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point is up and through, and the Pats have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Jones now on the return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Burrow. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Back to throw, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This one complete to Bourne. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run here with Stevenson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. May gonna look to throw. Oh, he's gonna be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing now is May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. A 1st down throw for Burrow. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Second down, Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. This one complete to Higgins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Try him again. Another one to Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now,
and he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals.
well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots as they begin life after Bill Belichick with a victory in Gerard Mayo's coaching debut. Somewhat ironic, isn't it, that it was off to Cincinnati coming in, and they get it done against a tough Bengals squad. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
What are you doing?